You are listening to the VCast.
Oh, wow. I'm back in this place and it's a pigsty. It's been trashed on me. Welcome back to the VCast. Vic Cedeno here with the homie Clint Esposito. What is
gang
that?
signs?
Gang signs in the gang units. He's just saying that because my hair's braided.
And you had your do-rag on before.
I had my official Dojo paid regular bandana from the ceremony last night.
I like that you guys just flaunt your money. Paid.
Paid, yeah. But you know what's funny is you say that I did that, and when I put it in my profile, I only put regular because I don't want IRS to know nothing.
That's right. You don't want friends hitting you up for all the money you be making here.
Like, yo, I heard you're getting tens of dollars every week.
You're making money at your
and
dream. Give me some.
I won't in on it.
Society wouldn't let me be a ballerina because I'm too hairy.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a fucking meme today of somebody saying it was like a dude who was laid out like this, and he was hairy, and he was just in like these little underwears, and he was like this fucking jack dude that was completely covered in hair, and it was like wiping my ass is like trying to clean peanut butter off of a rug. I was like, that is the worst visual.
Who would they poop through their hair? They got a hairnet.
Well, when you have so much hair and you
listen, I'm pretty hairy. I had a guy from Turkey in Abu Dhabi cut my hair and shave me and tell me I was too hairy. I need to get my neck lasered.
What? In freaking Abu Dhabi? That's crazy.
But they got money, so they probably just got their hair lasered.
Nah. But what
Moral
if it's
of the
reverse?
story.
What if it's reverse? If you're like a really hairy dude, that your butthole is not hairy.
Yeah, of course. Look at dogs. Nothing has hair over their butthole.
All the dogs. Yeah,
Horses, they just pick their tail up and fucking drop.
Nature knows. Nature's like, hey, you can't put hair
you
here.
can't. All the ones that had hairy buttholes died of infection, and then that species died.
All those
That's why they died off.
extinct.
You heard it here first. Woolly mammals died off because of their hairy butthole infections.
1,000%. Oh my God, that's probably what's. You see, this is where the mind that we're in because we're here during a Sam Tripoli show. Sam Tripoli's downstairs talking about Nephilims and fallen angels.
What the hell is a Nephilim?
A Nephilim is the child of an angel and a human. So the fallen angels that came down from heaven had sex with humans.
We call them a half-breed.
And then the Nephilim exploded out of their bodies. They would just explode out of their fucking bodies.
Like Alien?
They'd be like giants and shit.
Like Alien?
Yeah. They just would.
So the host would die?
What an entrance. Yeah, the host would die.
Okay.
The host always dies. That's the moral of the story. It's like black people in scary movies. The host always dies in any fucking show. In the show,
how are you going to set me up like that?
It's always the host. Well, at least
it doesn't make any sense, right? Because they should be the fastest to get away from the killer.
The host?
No, the black guy.
Oh, that. Well, no, it's just because directors in Hollywood are racist and they just want them to get off the 3D
They're like,
movie.
fine, we put one in here. All right. He lasted 35 seconds.
Right.
But he's in
now.
there.
You can't say we never put
he's
any
on,
of them
look at the
in
credits.
movies.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
See?
They're like, because we want to give people what they want, and what people want to see is black people get murdered.
They should make a scary movie and have all ethnicities, and then just everyone gets killed except for the white guy and
just the white guy and a Muslim, and they form a friendship. and they both still hate Jews.
Even though they're gone.
Even though they're gone, they still hate their memory.
How is it if you make fun of black people, you're racist? If you make fun of Asian people, you're racist. If you make fun of Puerto Ricans, you're racist. If you make fun of Jews, you're anti-Semitic. How'd they get a word?
They got their own label. Listen, not because they control everything. All right, that's not even.
Wait, but this is a funny one anyway. I love it when they're like, I'm so sad. They say my people control everything. That's like black people being mad that there's a legend out there that they have huge dicks.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Nobody's really that upset about that one.
You know who's upset about that?
The black dudes with small dicks. Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly.
But at least you've
they're not
piqued their
talk
interest
up about it.
enough to check.
They're not going to talk up about it. Those guys aren't going to complain.
Right?
If you start making jokes in a group of people and you're talking about black guys with big dicks, the black guys with big dicks are going to laugh, right? Then the one guy that doesn't laugh, you're like, oh, all right, buddy, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't really you're not really too mad with that guy, but you empathize.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really empathize.
So is he considered white?
No.
What if we just categorize people by the size of their dick? They're just like, you're basically Asian, Vic.
It'd
Sorry.
be simple. Yeah, it'd be a simple fix. Like, listen, guys, we don't have to distinguish by all these different categories.
Yeah, just dick size.
Just dick size, and that's it. And then that would be the preference of who gets like gas first at the gas station, who gets to get, like, if you're online and you have like this special.
What do you do with the women?
You got a special belt buckle, and they're like, "Oh, look, that's a BD. That's a BD buckle."
So do we
get up to the front of the line? So that's like a fast pass at Disney. Everywhere you go, you just get to the front of the line at places.
That's just called big dick energy, I think.
Yeah. It's a
so
BD. It's a BD buckle.
The king of big dick energy, which is basically who the statement was even made about, is fucking Pete Davidson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Andrew Tate.
No. Well, he's got it now. But, I mean,
as soon as I fix my shoulders, I'm going to get in shape so I can do podcast shirtless.
It's like, listen, he's not that attractive, and he's banging all these people. He's just he acts as if.
Mm-hmm. He's got the qualities, and
he's
people
funny.
Found out that he has big a dick, and he's funny. Okay, funny will take you all the way into the pussy. However, the funny shit gets old.
That's true.
The funny shit gets old. You got to bring more shit to the table than just the funny. So that's my problem. That's all I bring to the table.
You brought this phone case as well.
Yeah, I bring Pete Davidson energy, where you get big dick and jokes, and then that's it. That's where the end of the toll road
He
goes.
also has a lot of money.
Yeah, that where we differ. Yeah, I have enough.
That's really the issue then, I guess.
Yeah, that's also very helpful in increasing your range.
Got a big money dick.
Yeah, money just puts you into a different gene pool where you get to choose from different types of pussy. Like then you upgrade your pussy level. Like, if I go to the dealership, I can't get the fully loaded car.
No.
I can get a car. I can get a lot of cars. I've driven a lot of cars.
But
I drive a lot. Like I've got good credit, right? So every time I show up and to the dealership,
but you're just not going to be able to get a car that looks good and does that thing with its tongue.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to choose. It's like
you can't exactly. I can't get the fucking nice. If I get a car with a nice space inside of it and in the back, I can't get a car with a sunroof. You know what I'm saying? You can't get if I get a sunroof, then the back is small.
Got it.
The back will be
sunroof.
Yeah. Then I won't have much space in the trunk. And then I'm thinking about that all the time. Then that's what my Instagram
Is it an aftermarket
feed is.
sunroof?
Huh?
Aftermarket sunroof?
You always could get the sunroof added after, or you can get the trunk space added. But either way, when you do that, then the car looks weird because it wasn't designed that way.
Right. Exactly.
So you can't. I want it from the manufacturer.
Sometimes
I like it better from the manufacturer. Afterparts are nice.
Some models are not balanced correctly, and then the aftermarket parts even it out.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can add some part.
But I'm not a fan of added trunk space.
But look, you can take a Civic
or even augmented. Just do squats. Get rear shocks.
You could take a nice little Honda Civic, right? And you can go to AutoZone. You can go to Amazon.com. You could do just like 4 or 5 things to your little Honda Civic and make it look really nice, and it'll make it really cool.
It's not that chrome stripping around the edge of the doors.
You could go to Pep Boys
in the hood
and go to AutoZone, and you can buy everything and put it all on the car, and then you just look ridiculous.
It's true. That's
you
a good,
look absolutely ridiculous. When you go to AutoZone and you buy the bumpers too, and you just keep filling and you keep filling, and your front, you instead of just
it's like tell us you're Puerto Rican without tell us you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, you got the rims that are going to turn a different color after a while because you cheaped out.
Well, no, you didn't cheap out. He distributed his money through all that stupid chrome stripping that went around every bit of doorway and access area, and all of the flag grill modifications that he got.
Yeah. You could just do too much. You just do too much. And if you get some
the hanging balls on the inside.
Yeah, it looks fucked up. If you go to the wrong mechanic and then you get it installed wrong, and then you got like these parts that flip over and they're not supposed to flip over.
I don't know.
You've never seen those videos of the girls with the asses?
Yeah, I did a video about that one.
Yeah. Exactly. That shit. So you can go to the wrong install place, and then your freaking headlights start spinning when they weren't spinning before.
Your front wheels are all towed in.
Oh, I hate when I see cars like that. I'm like, how long is your wheels gonna last? Like you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do some weird shit where you flip. Your
I like
tires.
it when this is actually pretty much the same thing. I like it when people like go so extreme with their cars that like they're just not even. Like it wears the tires out because they're all tilted so far, and they put the little tiny tires on, they tilt them up, and it's like they put the super small tires on, the bigger rims, which is a pain in the ass to have to do. Yeah. And you're like,
how do you go around corners?
Yeah, this is terrible to drive.
Yeah.
I had people that I went to school with that had lowered shit like that, and they lived like in this town where the roads were shit, and I'm like, they had to zigzag around the whole town. They couldn't get in their driveways and shit. I'm like, why would you do this living here?
Yeah. You know what I want to do to those people? I want to hit them with a red fucking turtle shell. That's what I want to do. Those fucking Mario Karts.
No.
All those little Mario Karts. That's what they look like. Whenever they make a turn, they have to go wide.
Yeah.
They look like Mario Karts spinning around.
Looks like it should shoot stuff like oil out of the back.
Yeah, I want to shoot it with a fucking red star and make it spin around.
You
know another kick I've been on? You know, when he says, "It's a me, Mario."
Yeah.
You know that's not what he really says?
Yeah. I did hear that recently.
I blew my mind. I was like,
what does he say?
He says, Itsumi. Itsume. Itsumi Mario, which means Super Mario. But we fucking gave it to the Italians. They were like, well, you know what? They could have it. They could have it.
So that guy is allegedly a real guy.
Yeah. I don't know if I've been saying this thing. No, it's not a thing. It's just a Japanese creation.
No, but Mario is supposed to be a real guy. So Nintendo was late on their money for their warehouse or for their office space or something. And I think it was warehousing. And the guy that owned it was like, dude's name was Mario. I saw a picture of him. He looks just like that. And he's like, you guys, I'll give you a couple months. And in that couple of months, I guess it took off or something.
Oh, wow. I thought it was, I don't know if I've said this joke or if I heard this joke. This is a weird one. I hope you've heard this before, and then you can just tell me, no, I've heard that before, and I can put this to bed.
Okay.
Because it drives me crazy. But I've been talking about Itsumi Mario Like I can imagine the dudes in the boardroom at Nintendo trying to pitch this game for an Italian plumber, and the fucking Japanese guys are in there with their Japanese accents trying to talk Italian, like it's me, Mario. Like I don't know if I heard that somewhere else.
I was wondering that too. Like, so is that a word in Japanese?
Itsumi.
Or
Itsumi is Japanese for super. Yeah. Super Mario.
Yeah, they're like, it's a me, Mario. And they're like,
yes.
It's all me. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, dude. When I was in China, the shirts they had, you were like, what? Nobody's double checking any of this, obviously. You guys are just printing shit willy-nilly. Because none of this makes any sense.
They just push it.
It's got to be what we look like with fucking Chinese symbols on us that don't mean what we think they mean.
And have no idea.
Dude, that's how these shirts were.
Yeah.
There's probably pictures on an old phone. I need to find that. But because they're just ridiculous, dude. None of them are, it's like bad translations for sure. And you're just like, none of this makes any sense.
Did you ever wear the shirts that were like I really got into like anime shirts?
No.
Button up. I got into those button up anime shirts. I forgot what.
What is a button up anime shirt?
Oh my God. So
it has
it's a button up shirt.
Characters on it.
Right? And it would be like a huge like shogun with a sword just on the whole side of it. And be like a real cool, but then the other side would be just black.
I would have gotten, where I lived, I would have gotten made fun of for wearing something like that.
I got made fun of for it too. Get made fun of anywhere you wear that. Are you kidding me?
But
it was so. I used to wear such ridiculous things. I went to a party with my boy one time.
That's what you do in the deep recesses of Patterson.
This wasn't in Patterson. I lived in Hasbrook Heights. And I had this neighbor.
But you partied in Patterson still.
No, I never. I just lived in Patterson once I got married.
The nice part.
After that, yeah. People are like, "Oh, you're from Patterson?" I'm like, no,
deers
I
in the
lived there
backyard.
For a few years. Yeah,
you say deers with an S?
I had deers. Yeah, I had deers for sure. I remember did you ever hear me do the joke about the deer that was in the backyard, the little baby deer?
I know you have thug deer.
Well, I had thug deer, but then there was like the baby deer that actually got left in my yard. So when you remember my old basement that you could see right out,
the door.
You could see out the door, but then there was like those little windows right there, and then there used to be an ivy patch that was right outside that window. So you'd be like eye level with the window. So one day I come down the stairs to go get something, and when I get to the stairs, I'm eye level right there to the patch, and in the patch there's a baby deer sitting inside the patch, and I was like, what is that? And I went up to the window and I looked, and it didn't run away, and it just stood there looking at me, and you could tell it was scared, and it was raining. So it was like cold, and it was just.
Did you invite it in?
No, I just looked at it. I was like, "Oh shit! Why is this fucking baby deer, like all by itself in this thing?" I'm like, I'm looking around for its parents. I didn't left it fucking there. One thing about nature is you don't get involved. Like that, nature has to take its course in whatever is happening. If you get involved, you're fucking up
very city thing to say,
rhythm of nature. I don't get involved. If you see like a boa constrictor choking a fucking squirrel, like that squirrel's
You don't root
fate.
for the squirrel?
The boa, I root if the squirrel could get away.
I know.
Yeah,
I always say that too while you're watching stuff. They're like, the deer's trying to get away from the alligator, and I'm like, the alligator's just trying to eat. Why do we fuck the alligator? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why are we mad at them?
Yeah, they're both playing their part. That is a circle of life there.
Yeah.
know?
Oh, good. That deer got away, and that alligator is hungry now.
Yeah. So, and then I don't want to touch stray animals because then their fucking parents don't like them anymore. They're like fucking.
So did somebody come back? They came back.
So no, I was looking. I was
like, get the fuck out of here, little deer.
And then I was and then I was going out to smoke. which is I had to go outside to smoke. So I'd go
So
out
you
in that
smoked
back
the
door,
deer.
and that deer would just stay there. It didn't move. I thought it would
How
get
long?
up and leave. Like at least a half hour, 45 minutes.
Because how long was it there? A whole day?
It was there for quite some time, and then the mom came back and got it.
I was gonna say because those it was probably brand new, and that's why when they have fields of grain and shit, those little babies get fucking chopped up because they just sit there like that.
Well, yeah, you know what? I read online what had happened because I was like, that's so weird that the deer was there. I was like, baby deer left, and then there was like people that had posted blog posts about it, like that had happened to them. They found this baby deer, and then people were responding, and they were like, mother deers, they take the baby deer, and they leave them so they can go eat, and then they come back. So they always leave them somewhere where they think it's going to be safe.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, the deers are Puerto Rican. Like, that's the Puerto Rican shit. You got to leave your fucking kid by Abuela's house so you can go out and fucking party.
Yeah, and they think that you got a safe yard.
And they thought the yard was safe. So I was like, yeah, it was safe. They know, like, this guy's just going to go out there and smoke weed.
Like, this guy ain't got no guns.
Yeah, he's just going to smoke weed. He's not violent. He only gets mad sometimes when he's playing video games. Other than that, he's not violent.
But I don't think he would take it out on us, little deers. So how would we say that in Puerto Rican?
All those deers, I don't even know how you say deers in Spanish. All those deer.
No, I want it in Puerto Rican.
In Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
I saw deer. I saw deer por allá. I saw deer. That's how I would say. I saw deer. You just say deer. You just say the words you don't know the right words for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you try to mix your Spanish with the words that you don't know. Exactly. And you get it in there. That's how most of the fucking Spanish people talk.
My friend's Chilean, and he's been here for a long time. So he speaks pretty, like you could tell a little bit. He says some stuff like, like the tense is wrong or whatever, but he basically speaks well. His wife does not really speak that much English. But so when the kids were little, they have two sons. When the kids were little, he said that they would just speak like they didn't realize that there were two languages, really. They just spoke both because the grandparents and stuff like basically only speak Spanish. Well, at least hers, or like his grandparents, so their great grandparents or whatever. And her parents, I think, mainly speak Spanish. And his parents speak English, or at least his dad does for sure well. But so they've just always been around both, so they didn't know for years that it was like different languages. They're like, they'll just figure it out eventually.
Yeah, because nobody taught me Spanish growing up. I just heard everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I always understood.
I mean, nobody taught you English either.
No,
you just heard.
Well,
you hear stuff and you see, you do a little bit, but
you do teach English, and I think you do the same thing in Spanish. You like as a kid, so it's easy for you to learn. But I didn't learn. I learned English in school, and then I just heard my family talk Spanish. So then I picked up on Spanish as a kid.
I feel like what you learn about English in school is stupid grammar stuff.
Well, you learn the words, right? Because as a kid, when you're growing up, and you...
What did your parents speak?
Well, I'm going off of my parents spoke Spanish.
Mainly?
Yeah.
They speak any...
They spoke English.
Okay.
Yeah, they spoke...
But in the house...
But my dad spoke broken English. My
Okay.
dad had a thick accent. My dad was like... He came from Puerto Rico as an older person. My mom grew up in the Bronx, so she came to Puerto Rico. She came from Puerto Rico when she was like 10 or something like that. So she grew up in Puerto Rico
and probably went right into a Puerto Rican neighborhood in the Bronx.
Yeah, and then was just exactly. It was in a Puerto Rican neighborhood in the Bronx, and they. So my mom grew up like that, but my dad grew up in Puerto Rico until he was like his 20s. And then he came. He was only coming to work and then make enough money to buy a house in Puerto Rico, and he was supposed to go back and work a farm with this wife. He was supposed to marry this woman and take over the business for her father, but he had to like come up with money and prove himself. So he came here to get a job and get working.
Was it arranged or
he had? That was like his girlfriend over there. Like,
okay.
That was like, it wasn't like arranged. It was just
Got
like
it.
what he was plan was.
Yeah.
Then he came over here, and when he got his job and started working, that's where he met my mom, and then he fucked around with my mom and forgot. And then he was like, I ain't going back over there. He's like, I'm staying in America. Then he fucking started fucking doing heroin and fucked everything up. But that's the fucking path.
It's the American dream.
That's the American dream, right? Exactly. So you get caught up in that fucking system.
Started at the bottom, now we're heroin.
No, but what? What the fuck was I even? There was a fucking point that I bring it up. That I'm fucking talking about my fucking.
There wasn't that.
My dad's AIDS. But what are we? What the fuck point was I making though? Because there was a point that I was trying to make talking about.
Well, I was asking basically your
about,
household what they spoke mainly
about. Oh yes. So the point was that I grew up in school in a regular school. So my mom and dad didn't show me like words and stuff in Spanish. Like I got showed
They just
stuff.
use Spanish.
Yes.
Did your in your household though?
They talk Spanish.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
They talk Spanish. And then so I was listening, but I would never talk because
How do you not speak that much Spanish now?
Because I don't talk to people. I can if people are around me that talk Spanish, then I talk Spanish. But I'm not around Spanish people so much that I'm always
For
out of
some
practice.
reason, I don't know. I guess because Puerto Ricans are always like making jokes that they don't actually speak Spanish because they're Puerto Rican or whatever.
But it's annoying to people that really like all the
Speak
fucking
well.
guys in the kitchen and stuff.
Yeah.
They hate my Spanish is terrible to them. Yeah, they all hate my fucking Spanish. And then other Puerto Ricans judge you just on how fucking Puerto Rican you are. Like, how many flags do you have up in your, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have at least 10
What's that
flags,
CD with the Puerto Rican flag on it that everybody has hanging from their rear view?
Oh, that's actually a brujeria CD. It's a ritual, a satanic ritual that if you put it in your CD player and play it, it'll possess you.
What? Why do they have that hanging?
It's just a CD that you hang in your fucking. I got pulled over and searced for that because I had that CD.
Whoever made that, is there even music on it?
Mm-mm. It's just 'cause it has a hole in it.
Bro, what do you mean? All CDs have a hole in it.
No, it has a hole, a different hole like in the CD to hang. The thing,
dude. They must be a millionaire just off of making those fucking CDs with the thing on it, because I've seen so many of them through my life.
They're thousandaires.
At least. Maybe it was
because
just
several different people make them.
Densely populated area.
Because it's easy to bootleg. That's an easy thing to throw a Puerto Rican flag on anything. See, isn't that crazy that there's no copyright on the Puerto Rican flag? So I can make any.
We could make American flag stuff and sell it.
And you can make American flag stuff and sell it. You can sell anything with the flag as a design. So if you're like lacking designs, just put a flag on it. Put a flag on everything, and have more. Right now, if you really wanted to make money, right now you would start making Israeli shirts and Palestinian shirts.
Yeah, and just two different websites.
Yep, two different websites. Sell them both, and guess what?
That's a
now
great
you're
idea.
a war profiteer, and because you're going to be rooting for the war to continue.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do is, if they decide to come together for peace, and you have an opportunity to get involved and be like,
you're
hey,
like,
man,
no,
that's
they
not a good
were
idea.
calling you names.
Yeah, they fucked you up, man. You got to really wipe them off the fucking face of the earth. It's what you need to do.
And they're like, can you believe that these people won't stop?
Push you, yeah. And then they keep fighting, and you're like, well, I don't live over there, so I don't care. But I gotta keep selling these T-shirts, dude.
Yeah.
These fucking T-shirts are
and
killing
bandanas.
it right now. Are you kidding me, bro?
CDs with the flag on it.
You know what kind of car I can get now? You know what kind of fucking trunk space? And I'm gonna get a trunk and a sunroof.
And you didn't even really contribute. You didn't kill anybody yourself.
Nope. And that's not really blood on your hands.
No.
You know, they could really stop if they
Listen,
want to.
they were going to do that anyway.
Exactly. They've been fighting for thousands of years anyway.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is supplying them with the fucking T-shirts.
That's right, to support their plight.
It's such a like.
Did you see that
dastardly
girl?
scheme.
This is probably fucking not gonna go down well. People won't like it. Did you see the girl that allegedly was at the rave and then paraded around the streets is now alive?
No.
Yeah.
I've stayed away from almost. The only thing I've watched are people's jokes about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've literally have stayed away. People are like, you don't have an opinion, and I'm like, I know because it's so complicated. Like it's not everybody's. It's not that complicated.
It's so complicated. You're getting excited and feeling emotional,
Yes.
and you're picking a truth that to you. But anytime, all of a sudden, all the news stations are like, ooh, war, you know what I mean? Like anytime they band together on any one subject, I don't trust it. It's propaganda. Like the way that they pivoted from, the vid to Ukraine and now to Israel. What is actually...
Yeah, you won't hear about the Ukraine for a minute.
What's the actual move here? You know what I mean? Why are they pointing our attention in that direction? Because plenty of stuff happens that should outrage us, but it doesn't make the news, so then it doesn't do anything, like all the killings in Chicago.
Anything.
How is that not huge?
How about
where they're doing something about it? Nobody's doing anything about this? Yeah, I agree, but it's like we have enough shit here that they should be blowing up and being like, how about the border? You got to watch some alternative media to even see people coming through the border, like
people that look like they're
ready to
like military ready people.
Well, that's what they've done in all the countries in Europe, or not all of them. I think the Polish and like the Scandinavians have been like, no, immigration's tough,
dude.
Like
you
we're
ever
not.
see the videos of a wall that Poland has?
No.
Poland has a wall that's like 20 feet tall, right? And they have water cannons on top of them. So as people are approaching, they're like, they fucking blast them. And I'm like, what? These people are not. I have a Polish physical therapist, right? So I'm laying on her table, and she puts the news on. So the news is going on, and like she'll start talking about it, and I forgot what it was. Oh, I was talking about that. We were talking about like something about immigration, and I was like, "Have you seen what you guys do in Poland?" I was like, "I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing in Poland." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "The water cannons on the wall." She was like, "Oh yeah, it's something else over there." Like she just didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's probably like ashamed of it, and I'm like, I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, you guys are smart.
Yeah. You see what they did in Italy, and there's an island. There's an island off of Italy.
Yeah, it's been like swamped,
overrun.
right?
Yeah, there was only like 40,000 residents there, and they got swarmed by like 90,000 fucking refugees. They took over everything.
Yeah,
they took
what
over
do you do?
All of the resources, like everything. They overran like all public spaces. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, this is a difficult conversation, but it's like everybody doesn't need to meld and get rid of all of our cultures. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I like being able to travel and seeing people do totally different food and just culture in general is different, the way that people act towards each other in public, and it's just that's why the world is so great and traveling is so great, because you get to see all these different things people do.
Yeah.
Like some people take siestas, and like
it is.
there's-
You keep your ethnicity, and that's what like you hear about the conspiracy about the globalists and stuff. They want like a one world society, so they want to put an end to all that like national pride and
Well,
stuff,
I think that's the real
right. But
point.
look at like my mom. We talked about how she talks Spanish and stuff in the house, but she also was against you. She wanted people. She thinks and believes that you come here and you adapt to this culture. You don't come here and make everything your culture. So you don't come here and make everything for something else. You come here and you be American, and you do everything the American way.
Yeah.
Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that was like her belief. That's why I was raised in that way, because she believed not in trying to make me some Spanish copy.
Right.
She was like, I'm American. I'm born.
She didn't want you wearing all these gold chains and
Yes, I'm
making
exactly
gold teeth.
When you look at me, I'm exactly what my mother did not want me to become.
Especially with this hair.
I used to say that all the time. My mom worked her ass off to move away
Have
from
you
the
not
places.
be exactly what you are.
Yeah, to move away from the places I pretend to be from.
You've embraced it.
Yeah, it's a culture. I blame Jay-Z and Rockefeller music primarily.
That's
and
good.
Tupac.
Well, at least you don't blame your
R.I.P.
culture.
No.
Just rap music.
It was a major influence in my life. I thought that was the way to be. Like,
How come you didn't rap?
I wasn't good at it. I tried freestyling with my friends, throw a few bars out there, but it was never anything. There's never anything witty. And you know what? You know what's funny? That I've never ever told anyone. You want to hear something that I never told anyone? With how like you ever like you listen to rap music and shit, and you get like so into it, or any music that you get so into it, and I used to like imagine like myself singing these songs like they were mine
On stage
at different places.
Yeah, of course people do.
At like events that people that I know would have, like ex-girlfriends or something. Like I would play and I'd show up and like, this is my fucking song I wrote, Ready to Die. Like, and I'm performing.
But I mean, that's probably what this is.
Yes.
No
So
trauma goes unmanifested.
Then I found this. I was like, oh, this is my way to get on stage.
Yeah.
I used to think about that all the time. Wrestling. Like I used to watch wrestling and dream about like music, coming out to the music.
I mean, listen, I used to ride around my house as a little kid and pretend that I was racing in a stadium and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where the dream is born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's
But
putting
you have been so blessed.
No, I would agree
You've
with
been
that.
so blessed.
I don't feel like that the last 6 years or whatever, as far as business wise, but I do. I feel very fortunate that I recognized what I like to do early on, and that I had enough balls to really pursue it and make something happen with it.
Yeah.
So
100%. I am so jealous of the fact that you had self-awareness at a young age.
Well, did you go to college?
I did.
For how long?
Community college.
For how long?
Until I went to jail.
Okay.
And then I stopped.
And then how long were you in jail?
Just 9 months.
Oh, okay. And then you just never went back to college?
No, I went back to technical school, and I went back for computers. I kept always thinking that was the path.
Computers?
No, like getting a degree.
Yeah.
Or getting some sort of
See, I was so far off of even going to college that I was like, this is a useless conversation.
See?
And when my mom, we had one conversation literally when I was a sophomore towards the end of the year, and or like maybe the middle of the year, and she goes, "Are you going to go to college?" And I go, "No." And she goes, I didn't think so, but I figured I'd ask. What are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to ride dirt bikes. Like, and she goes, what if that doesn't work? And I was like, and she goes, well, you need to, she goes, that's fine. And I didn't think you were going to, but you need to have something to fall back on. So then I went to vocational school for junior and senior year to be a plumber. And then I worked as a plumber for a year at a school. And then actually the guy where I rode at his house in Randolph, he says to me, so what's your plan? And I said, with work and stuff. And I said, my plan is to save enough money where I feel comfortable to quit and go and race. And he goes, you'll never save enough money to feel comfortable. He goes, you might as well just quit. I quit a week later and started racing. I was already had a pro license. Man. So I started racing and delivering Chinese food because I could just be like, not working tomorrow. And you would make good tips, especially when it got cool. If you want to make I guess it's DoorDash now, but work straight for the place. And on cold nights, like in the fall, like coming up, they will sell so much Chinese food.
So much fucking lo mein.
Yeah, and and the woman that I worked for, which apparently they were Korean, and they would make their own Korean food in the kitchen, and I would always eat with the family, and they had this soup that had these dough balls in it, and they'd be like, do you want to eat with us? And I was like, do you got the dough ball soup? And they were like, it's whatever. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care what it's called.
Dude, I would think about the path of how I did not make it to comedy right away. And
is this something you thought about or you
never ever
neither.
in my life ever thought of being an actor, of any kind of entertainment, in high school? My junior year, I thought I was like into basketball and stuff, and I was on the cusp of. I finished my junior year on the varsity basketball team, and I thought that I would make it by senior. I thought I'd be able to go play at some random school somewhere, and then be able to get a degree and whatever. But I got kicked off the basketball team my senior year. I got kicked out of school senior year, went to a different school. Barely graduated for trying to sell a teacher drugs. And
did you know it was a teacher?
Yeah, I knew it was a teacher. I was joking with her, and I didn't know she knew what I was saying. I kept telling her, I got this dro. You're going to love this dro. I didn't know she knew what fucking dro was.
You literally was just joking, like clowning her.
But I did have dro. I did have dro for sale.
But you weren't actually.
But I didn't actually.
Was she older or
She's
something?
just an old lady. Yeah, she was just an old lady. Fucking bitch.
And you were like, do you think I would really try to sell this old bitch?
Then she fucking told on me, and then like 4 periods later, I'm in another class, and the fucking disciplinarian comes walking in with his peg leg, and did he
really have a peg leg?
He dragged his leg when he walked. No, I'm dead serious.
Wait, was it a peg or
he had a fucked up foot, and he would drag it, right? So
I was picturing him like a pirate with his literal peg.
Yeah, no, his name was Mr. Conway. He said fucking drag his leg behind him. So he fucking dragged his ass all the way from the other side of the school to this classroom and told me to come with him. So I got him to go with him. He was like, bring your stuff with you. I'm like, oh, shit. So I bring my stuff.
Cops were out there.
No, he going to bring me to the principal's office. The principal's like, we know you have drugs on you. We want to search you. Can we look through your bag? And I was like, no, you can't look through my bag. And then he was like, yes, we can. Da, da, da. And I was arguing with him. He's like, then fine, we'll just call the police. And I was like, you know what? Fine, look in my bag. And then, because I knew I had the weed in my pocket. So he looked through the bag and shit and then didn't find it. He's like, all right, empty your pockets. And I was like, no, that's where I draw the line. I don't want to do that. He's like, all right, well, then we'll wait for the cops to come here. I'm like, all right, fine, we'll wait for the cops. And then the Mr. Conway dragged his fucking leg to go call the cops. And I was there with the principal. And the principal, I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. And the principal was like, no, you can't go to the bathroom. I was like, I really got to pee. He's like, if I'm going to be sitting here waiting, I was like, let me pee. And he was like, no. I was like, you got a tissue then? And then he reached down to go get the tissue, and I ran out of his office, and I fucking ran all the way down the hallway. And he was a big fat guy, and then there's fucking One Leg Conway, fucking him and One Leg Conway are fucking chasing me.
So you flushed
I
it?
ran to the bathroom. I had a big ass knife in my pocket too. I threw that in the garbage, and then I threw the weed in the.
So you were a
toilet,
bad kid.
and I flushed it, and then they came in behind me, and then they were like, "Oh, he got rid of it." I was like, "I had to pee. That was it. I feel better now. I'll go wait." And then the cop came, and then they told them that I flushed it, and then they just let me go. And then I left, and they pulled me over. The cops pulled me over in my car, and I had my friend in my car, and they started searching my car, and I started talking shit. I was like, "I flushed the weed." I was like, "You guys are fucking wasting your time. There's nothing in the car, right?"
But then that was you confessing.
They found a fucking roach, an old roach in my ashtray, and they arrested me for. I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And they arrested me for it. So then I got probation until 18. And I didn't get in any trouble, but I didn't have any direction of what I wanted to do in my life. Then I just kept getting stupid job after stupid job. I was just smoking weed and using women and using women for money and
weed
and a place to fucking stay.
You're good enough to use money for money? This is an amazing story. I didn't think that was possible.
All right, we gotta wrap this up anyway because this fucking people are gonna close. Anyway, that's it. Fuck. You got anything going on? I don't think I have anything going on.
I'm gonna jump my Harley in Lumberton, North Carolina, October 28th.
Nice.
But I don't even know what the ticket link is. Nobody sent me anything, so I don't know.
Oh, you dropped the date. Yeah, October 28th. I'll be here at the dojo.
Doing?
October the 28th, Divorce Diaries with Michelle Trainer. We just finished filming some shit in the city, too. That was fucking pretty fun. I had a fun week this week. I had filmed that shit with her.
Are you a cop
Tuesday.
again?
No, I just play red flag guy. I'm like the bad.
Are you the
bad
same
type of
character
guy.
you were in the last time?
No, this one I'm different because I got the corner rolls. I'm a different character. I'm not
Oh, so that's you're playing a character right now.
I have to play a character. I'm playing
you're like caricaturing your own heritage right now. Basically, you're just
I'm using it for my advantage.
You're just wearing it the fuck out here.
I'm using it for my advantage.
Extra ethnicizing yourself just for this, just to exploit it.
Oh yeah. So I got the Divorce Diaries on the 28th. More Tripoli shows tomorrow. Then we got a whole bunch of shit.
I'll be at a wedding tomorrow.
Tomorrow's fucking Clint's wedding. That's nice.
No, I heard. That's past. That already happened.
How do you follow you on Instagram? At Clint Esposito?
At Clint Esposito. Everything. My website is Clint Esposito. If you go on YouTube, you can also do at Clint Esposito there. I came up with all those because I am an artist.
You are an artiste. Everything is Vic is funny. Obviously, Dojo of Comedy. I gotta redo sponsorships. I'm gonna reevaluate all my sponsorships. See what I'm getting out of this deal of talking about. I love my sponsors. I'm gonna talk about them on another time when I have more time. I love them all day long. Thanks, Clint Esposito. See you later.
Thank you. Later.
You're listening to my dad of the V.